Hello, and thank you for joining our question and answer on the Serkhangma prayer, the Golden Temple, a series with our Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We will begin today's question and answer period with opening prayers in our Yellow Garchin Institute prayer book on page 4 and page 5. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Many Tashidele, dear Dharma brothers and sisters. Very nice to see you all, and we will begin our question and answers. And I remind you when we, from my side also, I will try to generate bodhicitta during my answer as much as possible. And from your side also generate compassion and bodhicitta as much as possible during the question, listening the answers and when you ask questions.
Thank you, Khenpo. First question. There are 4 levels of empowerment, 3 of which are body, speech, and mind. What exactly is the 4th level of empowerment?
4th level. Yes, this is a wonderful question because we are engaging our empowerment whenever we start Vajrayana practice. So when we receive empowerment, we number one is what Guru instruct. Then we have to dissolve these instructions in our mind. If we dissolve these instructions in our mind, then we were able to receive empowerment. If we don't dissolve these instructions in our mind, then of course during that time we heard Dharma words and we see Guru, so it has benefit, great merit, but we are not sure it can blossom over Buddha nature or not. So the empowerment, to receive empowerment to dissolve these instructions in our mind are to dissolve these instructions in our mind. That is very important. These instructions means when Guru gave us empowerment, most of the time we receive 4 empowerments. So as well you said, vast empowerment, which receive in our crown, and at that time at least we are going to understand what we are going to purify and what we are going to visualize. There are 2 things. First, when we receive vast empowerment, it purifies during the we are wake up, and since we are waking up, we have egoistic mind, which is I'm waking up, or I'm going to do something. I'm going to cook breakfast. I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to look my phone. I'm going to lots of things. And then this I is like a ring or snow, and then continuously falls on the mind, the foundation of mind, and then that makes stronger and stronger our samsara. So when we receive vast empowerment, at that time it will purify the identification of I when we wake up. Wake up, it does not mean always morning, right? If you are asleep in the middle of the day, or if you sleep in the airplane or car, or in the what is called in the cinema, in the wherever you fall in sleep, then really it's whenever you wake up, you have I identification of I. That's where it purifies that. So we have to know, we have to trust on there. And then what we are going to dissolve in our mind is, we don't want to dissolve that vase in our body vase. We are going to dissolve Buddhas and Yidam deities and Gurus' body, the quality of body dissolve in our body. Their body and our body have a connection, because like a water and milk has connection. Same, this is the nature of interdependence or natural interdependence. So these and then when Guru gave us a secret empowerment, then this secret empowerment received in our throat or in our speech. So when we receive this secret empowerment, it will pure. We have to understand, or we have to visualize that. Oh, now the the Guru purifies my obscurations of speech. When Guru purifies our obscurations of speech, then what is the benefit that? The benefit is there are different layers of benefit. Number one is we will not relevant ordinary speech. So ordinary speech, if we are relevant ordinary speech, and then someone says some harsh words and something, then we are angry. So purified obscurations of speech means temporarily we can liberate from the ordinary speech. Especially we often say we are going to liberate from outwardly concerns. So in the outwardly concerns, someone praise you, you are happy. Someone criticize, you are unhappy, right? So this secret, when we receive secret empowerment, it will purify the obscuration of speech, especially when we receive a vast empowerment, then it will make seed of nirmanakaya. That means we will attain nirmanakaya. And then when we receive the empowerment of secret empowerment, then it will plant the seed of sambhogakaya. Then when receive the wisdom empowerment, that purifies mind, obscurations of mind. So obscurations of a mind is actually the very there are different layers of obscurations, but our mind is like a king. Speech and bodies are like a helper of our mind. So if we purify our mind, then our speech and body are spontaneously pure, will become pure. So the wisdom empowerment, when we receive empowerment, then it will purify the obscurations of mind, and then this empowerment create or plants the seed of dharmakaya. So we are going to dissolve these instructions in our mind. So this is how we practice experientially. Experientially practice, it does not mean you are staying in different actually that is true, but experientially practice means actually do it at the same time. When Guru says you visualize this and do it, and then after that still you be mindful on there, and then it will improve your experience, and it will improve your realization. And then fourth empowerment is we call word empowerment, WORD, word empowerment. So word empowerment, we will receive this empowerment receive in our navel chakra or navel. So the navel chakra is home of ignorance. So word empowerment purifies ignorance. Why we call it word empowerment? Because Guru explained through the word how to purify ignorance, what is ignorance, and what is nature of ignorance. And then what is the mistake of ignorance? If we purify that, what is the benefit of ignorance? So that's why the word empowerment, cleansing or cleanse or purify ignorance. And it creates the seed of Savavivika Kaya. Sobhavika Kaya. So first let me say this. Sobhavika Kaya and Dharmakaya, what is different? Sobhavika Kaya and Dharmakaya are no different. Like one hand behind, it's a one like a one hand. The one is in front, one is back. So Dharmakaya means we are Dharmakaya. When we introduce Dharmakaya, so it's introduced through wisdom. Through wisdom means Dharmakaya is a paramodule wisdom. And then Sobhavika Kaya, which is that Dharmakaya or paramodule wisdom covered ignorance. So we purify this ignorance, or we purify that part we call Sobhavika Kaya. So this my main answer that for the level of empowerment is that. And also there are very important thing to understand during the four empowerment, four empowerment. So if we dissolve these instructions during the empowerment, we can gain spiritual joys, four joys. So each joys are relevant or related. Each joys are depending with each empowerment. So joy and vast empowerment related. So related means when you real understanding ability take this vast empowerment, you can arise joy. And then you can understanding ability and experientially able to take secret empowerment, then supreme joy will arise. Then when you take understanding ability and experientially the wisdom empowerment, and then it will it's a co-emergence joy, and then the fourth, you take empowerment of words, then you will you can arise the sometimes a gather. So there are different names. However, fourth joy you can arise. So these joys are, Dharma friends, these joys are not the object of experience after we become enlightenment. Okay, these joys are you taking empowerment at that time. If you do, it's definitely you can gain these experiences. So during the empowerment, if you are distracted, then it has a benefit because you participate, receive empowerment, but it's quite difficult to experience these joys. So during the empowerment, carefully listen and do practice. So that means then you become experiential great practitioner. And because yes.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, how should we meditate on a guru? Should we bring his picture to mind and think of his qualities?
Oh, great question. The both are necessary. But a picture is not always a picture which take by mobile phone. Sometimes yes, but the picture we should take this picture by our faith, by our devotion, by or through our wisdom. Then this picture will exist always with our mind, especially with our mindfulness. So sometimes we keeps our guru's picture which in front of us, and often watch it, and we make familiar with the guru's face, and our mind make a relation. This is so important. Make a relation means it's we often watch that picture, and then we can able to remember often right before eating some food, or even though we are a little bit slippery, almost slippery on the mud or something, suddenly we can call my guru, or you have a name of a guru, then you can call that name. This is spontaneously called, even though in the dream, if you are a little bit, you have some strange experiences, then you can call guru, you can supplicate guru. So this is very, very important to make a relationship between the guru's picture and your mind. Picture help is like a condition. First picture helps you to often remember guru, right? And then second, it is so wonderful as you asking the quality. We understand guru's quality is very important, because in many Mahasiddhas and instructions said, including Malarepa, what it says is, if you see Guru as Dharmakaya, you receive blessings from Dharmakaya. If you see Guru as Nirmanakaya or Sambhogakaya, then you will receive like these benefits or blessings. If you see Guru as ordinary being, you receive ordinary siddhi. So, to remember Guru's quality, understanding Guru's quality is so important. But here are very, very important things. Important thing. I say you should understand the Guru's quality. Then that Guru's first we are learning Guru's quality with the Guru, right? But with the Guru, that physically we have a Guru. But in reality, you are starting to understand your nature of mind. So only you understand the Guru's quality, that makes help you to understand the quality of your mind. So sometimes I say that with my Dharma friends. So if you asked me, or you pointing where is the Guru, you point in the book or volume, where is the Guru? I said Hong. So that's why in the book have Hong syllable, that is our Guru. And you ask me and pointing to where is the Guru in my mind. my mind. And then you point in the monks, lamas, where is your guru? And then who introduced my mind? Who introduced my ordinary mind as Buddha nature? That is my guru. So my mind and this syllable Hong and guru who introduced my ordinary mind as Buddha, they are no different. They are no different. So only Hong syllable has these qualities, and my mind has our minds have these guru's qualities, and that guru who introduced ordinary mind, that person has the dharmakayas and or guru's qualities. And then we understand if we understand the qualities on guru, then guru will not take any benefit from us, but we can take benefit from there because we were able to understand dharmakaya. So the understanding the quality of guru is great beneficial for us. And so the actually guru means we already discussed there. Maybe you remember what meaning of guru. Guru is actually name of a tree. So tree which has many fruits, many leaves, many, yes, then that tree, so guru means like that. This is a metaphor. This name created by through metaphor. So guru is object of qualities. For instance, all understand about the what are the non-virtues and what are the virtues, and how to liberate from the samsara, how to gain the bodhicitta, ultimate bodhicitta, and then how to become dharmakaya. So especially guru has a special realization for liberate themselves and special compassion for liberate others. So these qualities are very essential qualities. So do often remember the guru's qualities, and so the both are important, right? Picture that picture take. First you use picture. If you are, I don't mean you don't use, but perhaps if you are old student, then you are not so much engaged about the picture when you meditate on the guru. But you are engaged guru's picture which you set up or you put in your mind. Especially you, I think all the students probably need to understand one's mind and guru are same. You make effort for that. First you later research or investigate what is my mind and what is the guru. You do that few days, and then slowly you will understand guru and my mind are indivisible. And then one day confidently you will be understand that, oh, if I understand guru's quality, that means I understand the quality of my mind. If I supplicate guru, then my mind will give me siddhis, right? So that means their relation. So that means right now we see that just separately. My mind is that, guru is there, but this is we perceive through relative view. In the ultimate view, all phenomena are same, but Guru and overmind are easiest understanding able object. How to say same. Guru and overmind are same. This is quite easiest thing or object to understand.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, Rinpoche mentioned 3 types of faith. Clear faith, longing faith, and trusting faith. Can you please explain a little bit about these?
Oh, yes. A wonderful question. So, the faith, we are practitioners. I think it's all the, not only Buddhism, all the practitioners, they have faith, and faith is so important. You know much better than me about that. But in Buddhism, the faith is seed of all Dharma practice. We should faith in Guru. We should faith in 3 jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. We should faith in 3 roots, which are Guru, Yedam, and Dakinis. And we should faith even in Dharma books. So we should faith in Dharma ropes. So Dharma ropes is not only monks. We should faith the monks' Dharma ropes, of course. This is the representation of Buddhism, Buddha Dharma practitioner. And also when you are practice, as yesterday we discussed, when you are doing, for example, preliminary practice, and then even you recite Mani Mantra only one time with one mala, you respect to your mala, you respect to your bracelets, you respect to your prayer wheel. So you respect, even though you respect to the our Dharma brothers and sisters, as Lord Jigten Sunggung did. I will briefly tell you a story. When Lord Jigten Sunggung was in Gampopa with Gampopa is his root guru, right? So then Lord Jigten Sunggung start to practice on devotion, especially pure perception. So how did he do? He visualized each sangha, each dharma friends, lamas or the students. Each student's head. He visualized each Pamotrapa's form, the head of a student. For example, there are 5 students, and then he visualized 5 forms of Pamotrapa, and then he devote to them. So, but they said, oh, this is a superstition. Yeah, it's a kind of a fake, not real. He just to show it. Superstition, or there's a I think it's just to show action is good, but not real. It's like suddenly I forget that. However, superficial. Thank you. Superficial. They mentioned that the Lord Jigten Sunggung act superficially action, but he just ignored that what they say. But still he did that. So then last in his Peta instructions, it says, if sometimes superficial things lead you the reality. So which means it's very true. If we are However, so these devotions are so important. Usually we say these devotions, there are three devotions, right? Which are, mm, uh, actually it says admiring faith, admiring faith, and yearning faith, and trust, faith of trust, or trust faith. So these three things. So admiring faith. The first faith is on the body. So that means when we see Guru's form, action, and we are admired this. And even the Guru's action of meditation, action of help others, even the Guru's face, and there are we see many qualities, right? So whatever we see qualities on the Guru, like the part of actions, and part of form, like ears or nose or lips or whatever. So we admired it, admired. So usually we say that. Admiring faith is in Guru's form. And then yearning faith is Guru's speech. Yearning faith in Guru's speech, that means what Guru says, we are happy with that. Because Guru instructed to us about bodhicitta, how to cultivate bodhicitta, how to cultivate compassion, how to turn our ordinary body into the virtue, activities of virtue, and how to turn our ordinary speech into the virtue, then how to turn or how to cultivate the virtue of mind. So Guru tells all these beneficial things. Guru tells us all beneficial things. So that's why we are yearning that. Especially yearning faith means we also would like to be same as Guru, or we would like to do what Guru says. So a Guru says, okay, the realization of Dharmakaya is like this way and that way, and we love to do it, and we would like to become Dharmakaya. So that we call yearning faith. And then trust faith. This is the very important. Trust faith is how we should trust. However, our mind and Dharmakaya are same, no different. Especially in our mind. In our mind has Dharmakaya, paramojor wisdom. But if Guru does not introduce it, then we cannot understand it. This example is in the very, very poor family. Under their ground has some precious treasures. It's very expensive treasures, but they don't know it. But then they have no food. They have no clothes. So they are very. They have a very problems under there. But if they understand under their house, under the ground, there are precious treasure, then they easily get it. Then they can solve their problems. So similarly, right now we heed our Buddha nature in the temporary thoughts. And temporary thoughts covers round of our Buddha nature, and what we see is these temporary covers, and then we follow them. If we see red color, oh, this is a red color. We see these other colors, we just label that and we follow like that. So then how we should trust is, oh, Guru definitely understand the Buddha nature, and what Guru says is exactly, there is no doubt, may be or may not be, or how can be, or something like that, no doubt. So we confidently trust what Guru says. And also Dharmakaya is the our Buddha nature, whether we are Dharma practitioner or not. Since we are including sentient beings, then we have a Buddha nature. That is the nature. That is the nature. Like a fire burns. This is the fire's nature. Similarly, we all have a Buddha nature, but we cannot see now Dharmakaya. When Buddha tried to introduce Dharmakaya, what Buddha did? Buddha established stupa. So you know that story. The first usually says some kings created first this stupa, but in the reality, Sharuputara and Mongarputara, one of that they passed away before Buddha, right? Buddha Prinirvana. So then they have relics. They have relics, and this relics, Ananda, Tibetan called Kungao, Ananda, who is Buddha's attendants, and he kept that relics. And then Buddha has a sponsor. He noticed that, and then he asked to Ananda, please give him Gumi Seijin Kunga, Gumi Seijin, his name. So he asked Ananda to give him the relics, but Ananda did not give it to him. And then that sponsor directly asked to Buddha. And then Buddha told to Ananda, give him that relics. And then he brought that. He put this in his house, his home. He just keep it in his home. And then slowly his neighbors noticed that he has that relics. And sometimes then he showed it. And then his neighbors, the village people, come to see that. And then they do prostration, supplicate, because they love Sharuputara and Mongarputara. So then, but one day what happened is this Buddha's sponsor accidentally he have to travel somewhere. He traveled to a little far away, so he forgot that relics is inside of that house. So then he locked the door. Of course, this is his home, so he locked the door outside and he traveled too far away. And then many people come there. His neighbors come there, but they couldn't see it because he locked the door. And then they just stay outside and a little bit criticize to him because they come there for particularly see that relics. But then he came back and he noticed that, And then he went to the Buddha again, asked Buddha, "Can I make some small house for that relics for that relics?" And then since that time, Buddha first introduced to him how to establish stupa. But the stupa has many different kinds of stupas. So Buddha also one by one introduced. Among them, he established small house or small stupa. So stupa comes from through this way. So now I'm talking quite long, especially this story. What is our mind speaking about faith, right? Faith. So okay. So stupa, Buddha cannot display object of Dharmakaya to us, to his sanghas, but he displayed stupa. Stupa is the metaphor or representation or the Dharmakaya. So that's where probably you notice when we are offering our guru for ceremony, long life ceremony practice, we offering statue, volume, and stupa, right? So stupa, that means it is offering stupa. That means that stupa represent of Buddha's mind. Buddha's mind is Dharmakaya. So the trust, the guru protects us. Only guru can protect us in this life. How to protect us? If we are so seriously sad, now it is better to commit suicide. No other option. Almost we have like this suffering and very serious problems, and then guru can help us. For example, Milarepa, he engaged very serious non-virtues, and then Marpa helped him to become enlightenment. If without Marpa's instructions, then Milarepa cannot become enlightenment. So Milarepa always see Marpa as essence of 10 generations of Buddhas and 3 times of Buddhas. So all his 100,000 songs, beginning of sentence is always supplication to the Marpa. So he trusted, he faith it. So sometimes also Milarepa, he stay alone in the cave, mountain cave himself, and then sometimes feel a little bit sad. In front as no kind of food and drinks, and clothes is below by the wind, and look in the sky, just see sky, look on the ground front, just see rivers or water, and then birds a little bit sing a song, that's all. So sometimes feel a little bit sad or kind of feel a little bit different, and then he supplicate to guru of Marpa, and then he saw Marpa by his flash eyes. This is the power of his devotion, his trust. So this is and then we have to trust faith in the Dharma practice. Especially we have to trust faith in karma. Dharma talks karma. Karma helps us over Pure Land, really. So we should trust in karma. Oh, we have 3 things: body, speech, and mind. So these 3 things are related karma. In my right hand has 5 fingers. Whether these 5 fingers move or not, depending my hand. So that's where karma is so important. We just say karma is important. This is good, but we trust in karma. Now we are become Buddhist, Dharma practitioner. Even you are a good person in human society, that is also very important. It is beneficial for our environment and our society. And also we become Buddhist. That is also great benefit for welfare mother sentient beings. If you arise bodhicitta in one moment, you arise bodhicitta, thousands of beings in your body, they receive blessings from you. So bodhicitta and benefit, they are, bodhicitta is cause, and these beneficial are result of this bodhicitta. So we always should trust karma. The karma and dharmakaya are very, very kind of how to say equally exist. Equally exist means if we are stay in the temple. For example, for me, I stay here on the throne, right? Stay here and talk dharma. Still, karma exists in my mind. If I do good, then karma helps me to good result. If I engage mistake, then my karma punish me. Karma don't make it special for me. Oh, you are stay on the dharma throne, so I will let you do it. Karma never say it. It's same like dharmakaya. I meditate here in the Buddha nature, relax peacefully, tranquilly. Dharmakaya exists in my mind. I went to the bathroom. Dharmakaya doesn't say, oh, their smell is not good, so please, only you go, I can't come there. Dharmakaya never say it. So Dharmakaya and karma, they are like our body and shade. So they are, then Dharmakaya can, we make friends with the Dharmakaya, or we will transform into Dharmakaya. This is related to our karma. And then karma, we are how related with karma, then it is related to our guru. So guru introduced about that, and through this way we will understand. So if one day has sometimes I say 12 hours, sometimes 24 hours, quite not sure. So however, if one day, only one time, your trust in karma, that makes a great benefit in your future lives. Because one step close into the Dharmakaya stage, it pushes you up in the Dharmakaya stage. And then if one day you generate compassion and bodhicitta once a day, and then this is also very, very beneficial. Is Shantideva says, in the very darkness night, middle of the night, if the raining in the sky, it will little help you to see in one step or something, one step to go forward. So these three faiths are very important. I talked a lot, quite a lot, but in brief, trust in three jewels, trust in guru, trust in karma. Then that is then how we are Dharma practitioners. What that is our responsibilities. Okay. Wonderful questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, how do I know which is my Yidam deity? Not being Buddhist by birth, can I have a connection with a Buddhist Yidam? And should my guru's Yidam deity also be my Yidam deity?
Oh, bless you. Where you were birthed, it doesn't matter. However, when we are in the samsara, we have 6 homes, right? So, wherever we are in the God's realms, or we are in the hell realms, or human realms, we have a Buddha nature, as I mentioned a moment ago. And then, how do you know your Yidam deity is? Yidam deity is actually which samaya you keep purely, then that Yidam deity will appear to you. So, the sign or the maybe indicates of your, how do you know your Yidam deity is, you will when you see Yidam's tankas, statues, whether they're wrathful Yidam deities or peaceful Yidam deities or semi-wrathful Yidam deities, doesn't matter. So you see Yidam deities, you have a special enthusiasm, even though you would like to see it. But sometimes this is also important, okay? Sometimes you see Yidam deity, suddenly you are so scared it. You fear like, oh, what is this? It's so strange, something like that. That means also it especially connect to you with that Yidam. And after you, that you first it's pretty strange, wow. And then you would like to know the background of that. So that's where you ask questions and you do something. And then, oh, I see, something like that. You will get kind of this. And that means then that is your Yidam. So your Yidam, we are cyclic exist. That means we are in this samsara often rebirth. That's where we make different imprinting. We created or we made different imprinting. So that's where, for example, many thousands of years ago, you just see Yidam deity. At that time, you don't scared. You don't you did not scared it. You did not make faith or something. Just see it. So that imprint is very possible after 1,000 years later, and that Yidam become your Yidam. So imprinting means like that. That's why now I say in a one moment you are faith in karma or three jewels, that makes a great beneficial, means that. So maybe you heard that in the some pig next some dog. The dogs follow pig and pig runs away. And then there was a stupa corner of stupa break. But pig always, I don't know, here pigs have a good karma to stay very nice home. But some places the pigs are just stay in the very muddy. So there seems like that pig, and on his body has lots of kind of dirt. So he runs away and he touched on this stupa, which part of a break. And that means then he fixed it. It's accidentally he fixed it. That result also he got a great result. Maybe you remember about that. So, however, now you see different tankas. It will benefit in the future. They will become your Yidam deity. So there are different ways to know which is your Yidam deity. Sometimes when Guru introduce through empowerment, you participate in empowerment. You don't know what is Buddhism. That is the very beginning to participate in the Dharma practice. and then Guru give that empowerment, and through this way, probably you have a special enthusiasm. You have special enthusiasm in this Idam deity. And another way is in the night you get some special dream. Maybe you remember in the Kalchakara empowerment, so they give us some grass, how to sleep on that grass. And then what is the dream? We have to see the morning, right? So that means you will understand what is who is your Yadam deity. And then Guru and Yadam deity are no different. Yadam deity, actually Yadam deity communicate with us. How to communicate? For example, Om Vajrakilaya Savampini Pahombe, and Vajrakilaya communicate with us. So this is their language. Om Manipime Hongshi is Compassion Buddha's language. So we communicate with Compassion Buddha. Best way to communicate is Om Manipime Hongshi. We recite that mantra. So we don't ask to Compassion Buddha, how about food? Is too much cook, or is something like that? We don't want to communicate with the Compassion Buddha like this way, right? We communicate with the Compassion Buddha, Om Manipime Hongshi, and then Compassion Buddha, we real communicate with him or not, is we have compassion or not. That's all. We have compassion, we arise or generate compassion and recite Mana Mantra, then Compassion Buddha always stand up with us and talk with us. And he helps us to benefit mother beings, help us to reduce imprint of negative karmas. So then your Guru and for example, our Guru and Compassion Buddha are no different. Especially if this is not just I say that, in the Dharma instruction says that if your Guru is less than kind of a quality knowledges of Compassion Buddha, but we are so grateful our Guru more than Compassion Buddha actually, because Compassion Buddha cannot introduce our Guru. But Compassion Buddha can do, but according to our karma, we cannot understand through this way. But our Guru can introduce Compassion Buddha for us. This is so important to understand. When our Guru introduced Compassion Buddha with us or to us, then we were able to understand, oh, Guru and Compassion Buddha are no different. And then finally we understand, oh, our compassion and Compassion Buddha are no different. So we have a sign, we all have nature of Compassion Buddha. So you asked me, what is a sign? What is proof? I can say you have compassion. You have compassion with your family, or you have compassion with bugs, animals. You have even I can say tigers. They have compassion. Their the families. So then we all have it. If all sentient beings have compassion. All sentient beings. The compassion has little like a moon. The moon, first moon, and full moon. It's only like that different. So we have this is the proof. So finally we were able to understand Compassion Buddha and our mind. Our mind is Compassion Buddha. Okay, so between there, do they have a question before finish the rest of this? or they don't. Uh-huh. Or yeah, either fine. Actually, either fine. Yes. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Okay.
Yeah, there is. So there were two that came in. The first one, when we were talking about the four empowerments, a question about four visions.
For visions.
If it be possible to describe the third of the four visions?
For visions.
Four visions, and I don't. Let me see.
For visions.
Yeah, let me see here if I can find. And I could be wrong.
For visions. Let me see.
If I am not mistaken, the first vision would be the direct realization of reality itself.
Mm-hmm.
The second vision would be increasing experience.
Mm-hmm.
The third vision would be awareness reaching full maturity. And the fourth vision would be the dissolution of experience into the nature of reality.
For visions. For visions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what is the...
The question would be about the vision, the third vision. What is awareness reaching full maturity?
Awareness.
Yeah, the full maturity of awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm quite not exactly clear on that, but the vision, clarity, probably it says Sarva Jeba Zoba. I see. Okay, I got. Probably I understand. So these questions, what are them, right?
What is the? If you could explain a little bit about the third one.
Yeah, this is the our realizations and experience, or all actually the external thing and the internal thing. They are same. For example, if we are learner of English, first is we start from EBCD, and then maybe today we learn it, tomorrow we'll forget. But still we make effort, and then slowly will increase, right? Similarly, this over clarity has different layers. So let you know that the over clarity inherently, that clarity has no different layers inherently. For example, the moon, the sun is better. The sun, it will not sometimes it's brilliantly shining, shines, sometimes not like that. It's this from sun has no different, always same. But according to the clouds and mountain, then there's a little different, right? For example, morning sun is beautiful but not so hot, and evening sun is almost the same, but middle of the sun is a very kind of brilliant. So this is the sun doesn't make anything, but it's depending where we are, which location we are. So similarly, when the Buddha nature or luminosity or clarity, light, they are no different. But when we receive empowerment, for empowerment, so first, when we receive first empowerment, like a vast empowerment, at that time our wisdom light will start to appear. And then second one, like a secret empowerment, our wisdom light more increase. And then in the third during the third empowerment, our wisdom light is Sarvajiva Zoba, almost accomplished. Almost accomplished. And then during the fourth empowerment, our wisdom light is kind of spontaneously it's established. That means there is no increase, no particularly increase and no decrease, but it appears in it is nature. So this is the real natures. So according to through this way, I'm talking through the clarity light, and then our realization is also same when it's a step-by-step increase. So this is also little I think important to know. Some masters in the lineage, some lineages, they said there are some instantaneously way to become enlightened. But Lord Jigten Sunggung does not say that. Lord Jigten Sunggung said, if you are going to become enlightened, you are going to become enlightened gradually. You are going to become Buddha gradually. But it does not mean you are going to take for a long time. Still, Lord Jigten Sunggung accepted the instantaneously become Buddha. So how? If he instantaneously become Buddha or gradually become Buddha, this both comes through step by step. So there are good example. If this is a needle, and then on this book, if I shoot on the book, there are many papers. So the power of my hand, probably it goes so fast. I throw on this side, and suddenly we can see the tip of needle this side. So we think, oh, suddenly it make cross, or suddenly make appears from this side. But this is because of so fast. Do you make sense? For example, from here to New York, if we go through the train, it take many days probably, or bus. But go to airplane, it may be few hours. But they both have to go from here to there, step by step. But one is fast, one is pretty slow. Only that is the gradually and instantaneously how to become Buddha. So this is little different. The reality, our realizations will increase step by step. Bodhicitta and all these experiences, they all will increase step by step. So like that, yes. Hopefully my answer and your question have relation. Okay.
Another question here. Khenpo, since we don't have relics like in a stupa, yeah, if we have a vase maybe, or some kind of container or holding object with special contents of maybe Guru Rinpoche, some malas, conch, pills, yantra, other special items, would this be as holy and helpful for us to practice?
Yes, I think all stupa have relics, because we discussed, maybe you remember that, we discussed about the interdependent origination mantra. This is a Dharmakaya relics. So Buddha mentioned, if you have a sangha build a very small stupa, like a size is a rice, but if you consecrate it by this interdependent origination mantra, then this dharmas in this stupa is consecrated by relics. There is a relics, so Dharmakaya relics. So all the stupa has relics, but absolutely you are right. There are ways and many blessing things. They all benefit to this. How to say that stupa will become perfect stupa. So if you don't have a particularly material relics, but still you have many blessings there. I think this mantra, everybody put that mantra inside of there. If there, then we have relics. Then your faith is so important. If you have strong faith, then maybe you heard that story. One mother, her son is a merchant, and he brought a dog teeth, and then she she prostrate and faith is power of faith, and then she appears relics. So if your stupa has not that material relics, but you have their blessingful things in there, and you supplicate, prostrate, especially trust in faith, you will appear to relics the power of your faith in this stupa. Perhaps we cannot see the relics because these relics are inside of stupa. Otherwise, it's very possible the stupa is filled to the brim by relics because of power of your faith and devotion.
And if we have if we maybe have in our house, we have a container in our house filled with special objects that we can act like is our personal stupa.
Stupa,
personal, to help us practice something maybe to keep our focus with these type of items and things that we feel are very special and we have faith and trust in that we've gathered.
Absolutely. These days you can get very beautiful kind of if you are related with the shape or size, the kind of stupas, we can find very good material things, and then you feel the many blessing things, and you visualize that as stupa. Definitely, yes.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Oh, okay.
Khenpo, it is very difficult to practice meditation at any time. Can you maybe give us a good example of maybe how long or what time of day to meditate and chant our mantra?
Oh, yes. Morning is the best time, but early morning is maybe if you are difficult, it's okay with sunrise. So if you have time, you stay come out, or you open the window, and when morning sunrise, you facing towards the sunrise, and then there's cool breeze, and then it's the environment also support you because birds start to sing a song, and then the winds is also energetic wind, very good winds, and then so it's everything's are waking up moment, so you can meditate at that time with all the natural things. So the morning is very good, and then I think it's depending with the personal. In the evening is also a very good moment. Evenings, if you have time, stay out. Whether it's after sunset, between what is called is dusk at that moment, then. So especially if you meditate impermanent, and then during the sunset you focus on the sun and learning from there, And morning sunrise, you arise bodhicitta, and these practices, it will help you. And however, morning and evening is very good a moment. And then middle of the day, after eat a lot of food, then you can special meditate. Which is that? What is that? Then your snoring start to comes up. So then maybe you fall to the right side. But that is how you can make effort, right? So middle of day is pretty hard time. But if you become familiar, then no problem. A little bit fall in sleep, it's okay. But if you really make special effort, can I give you example? I have my master. He is so amazing, Khenpo. So he first he came to learn Buddha Dharma. So what did he do is he bring a very small wood. It's small wood like this book, and then he sit on there. He sit on there. Before he sit there, the hair and what is called tent, right? Tent. As a thread. Sorry, thread. Thread. He hold the hair. His hair, and then on the Tibetan house, this sling is not like a very coarse. We have many wood. However, there are many wood. And then he hold there other one, and then he read book. He studied, and he fall down, and then this hair pull by this thread, and then he fall down from his chair, and then it's painful. Then he totally wake up. So he did like that, and then so he become great educated Dharma scholar, and then he greatly benefited for us. And then after he went mountainside, right now he stay alone in the mountainside. So he's so wonderful. However, if you do like that, I think it's good because we have to make little efforts. This is very important. You don't sit on the very comfortable chair, and then almost you are in the Pure Land, whatever you need, everything there, and then you fall asleep. It's ready to so make little efforts. Sometimes don't use the cushion, meditation cushion. Just sit on the kind of a little bit on the ground. Sit on the ground, and then more focus, do more efforts. And sometimes this finger, you call it a rain finger, right? Rain finger. And then you hold very strongly these two rain fingers with thumb, and then pretty strongly do it, and that also help you to decrease afflictive emotions. And then the another way is mindfulness. Mindfulness is so important. So I often say you should be mindfulness. Even though myself, mindfulness is important. Okay, we are meditating with mindfulness, but sometimes we research mindfulness. We already know mindfulness, but sometimes we again make a friend with the mindfulness. That means we are look at the mindfulness and then utilize it when we meditate. So this mindfulness is so important. Mindfulness is, Lord Jigten Sungkong said, you are skillful engage mindfulness, you are a wonderful meditator. And also Shantideva said, if you are distracted by thoughts, then you are always on the fence of afflictive mental state or afflictive emotion. That means very easily bites by fans of afflictive emotions. And also Gambopa said, non-distracted is part of all Buddhas. How many Buddhas? Usually 1000 Buddhas. They all engage mindfulness. They practice mindfulness. So now you asked me which is the best way to meditate. That means you have a great enthusiasm to meditate. So sometimes it's depending time, morning and afternoon. Sometimes it's depending weather. So in briefly, let me say this. This is important. Weather time is running out, but this is important. When you meditate, before meditation, you eat less food and don't wear thick clothes. These are helpful. But when you are meditate, if your mind is agitated, then you can wear thick clothes and turn off the light, turn off the fan, and cover the windows, and you can cover your head by your clothes, and then you close your eyes too, and then this help can avoid agitated mind. If your mind is dullness, then you should do opposite. You open the window, little bit wind come inside, turn on the light, and if you wear some thick clothes, especially if you cover your head, take off them. If you do that, apply these methods, it does not help you, and then you stop. Especially when you are dullness, you stop to meditate and go to the kitchen, make a coffee or a green tea and drink, and then come back. Or your mind is very agitated, you take yogurt and some thick food, and then come. If you are okay to eat yogurt, and then do that, and then come back. So they will help. But you do all of them, still doesn't work. There are special method. Don't meditate. Don't meditate, but not for it. Don't meditate means at that moment don't meditate. But I don't mean you whole day don't meditate. I don't mean whole day. There's somebody says don't say that. Maybe Bugs says so. So if you meditation is in the instruction of meditation, it says short and sweet. Do meditate in short, that everybody can do. Momentarily meditate and then stop, relax, and then momentarily meditate, and so this, then you can meditate almost a whole day. Okay. Great question. Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo. We'll go back to the email questions you have now. I have had glimpses, Khenpo, of seeing that we are living in Pure Land and how our afflictive emotions have created our current world. Would you please repeat for us the realm that each afflictive emotion is associated with, and the potential wisdom in each afflictive emotion?
Oh, yes. Potential wisdom, if I forgot to say, please remind me, okay? First, afflictive emotion. If we start from the God's realm, so God's realm special afflictive emotion is pride, self-pride. Because they have very nice looking on the physically, and especially they have a beautiful environment. Actually, it's mentioned during the mandala offering, I will explain at that time more detail about that environment. However, this is really almost we think that is pure land. It's according to our realm. So this explanation is quite similar in the Amitabha Buddha's realm, but they are big different. So however, they have pride, and then the power, but not only pride. Okay, this is very important. One afflictive emotion combine other 6 afflictive emotions. Other 6 afflictive emotions combine 20 branches of afflictive emotions. 20 branches of afflictive emotions are combined with 84,000 afflictive emotions. So that's why they have all of them. They have a desire, they have anger, they have fear, but they're totally distracted by the temporary joy, because they are stay in the garden, very beautiful garden. Whatever they need, they are enjoy with the gods and goddesses, and then they don't think about the dharma practice. Right now we are sometimes suffering, it helps us, sometimes sick, so then we think, oh, we have to practice. So God's realm is like that. And okay, I come together is better. Then this is their afflictive emotion, and potential wisdom is equanimity wisdom. Equanimity wisdom and pride is different, right? Pride means, oh, I am. So pride makes a lot of problem. I am special, and I am, and then start to competition, and then lots of fears, and then if we cannot take any single benefit from others, because we think I am the best, everything is nothing. So pride is like that. Pride, only the Vajrayana practice we have pride, but that pride is totally different, right? Our self transform into our main Yadam deity. And then demigods is jealousy related. The realm is jealousy. Jealousy is we know the jealousy, and then because the cause of this jealousy, they are fight a lot. So these potential wisdom is, I think, discriminating wisdom. Also, the wisdoms are combined with other wisdoms. And then where we are, and the human is desire. Right now we are desire realms. Actually, we say we are quite difficult to meditate shamatha as these what is called the formless realm beings. Formless. For example, they meditate on shamatha, they can do longer than us, because we are engaging wrathful food. We eat very grossly food, and then we have very gross thoughts. So it's quite hard, but we can accomplish shamatha meditation. And then animal realm is ignorance. Ignorance. This is which desire realm is wisdom is not Merolak wisdom, not equanimity wisdom, not dharma dhatu wisdom. Which wisdom remain? Discriminator. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. So the human realm is potential of wisdom is discriminating wisdom, right? Then ignorance. This is dharma dhatu wisdom. Dharma dhatu wisdom. So dharma dhatu wisdom, and the ignorance is the cause of all this samsara, and then ignorance is it covers all our realizations or Buddha natures. And then hell realm is related with angry emotion. Then their potential wisdom is mirror-like wisdom. Mirror-like wisdom. Oh, I see. The wisdom. We have 5 wisdoms, right? We have 5 wisdoms, 6 realms. So one wisdom have to combine. You should investigate. You should meditate or reflect on that. Okay. However, they are combined. All these wisdoms, 5 wisdoms, and other afflictive emotions. The essence of these afflictive emotions are wisdoms.
Okay, thank you, Khenpo. Something that helps me just to mention is the Kutuzangpo prayer. We'll say exactly what this is.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you.
Khenpo, when we say phenomena does not truly exist, what does it mean not truly exist?
Oh yes. Truly exist is in the our ordinary thoughts perceive. Oh, this is a real problem. If this is a problem, this is a real salt. This is a real sweet. So this is what we perceive. These objects are truly exist. And but these outer objects are maybe you listen the teaching of Mahamudara, core emergence Mahamudara. In this Mahamudara said that core emergent of mind and essence of mind are Dharmakaya. Core emergence of appearances and mind are Dharmakaya's light. So in the reality, there is nothing, any single object exists independently. Independently means if there is one tree, it's depending water, it depending wind, it depends water, wind, sun, and also dirt. So if something dependent with others, that means not truly exist what we see, what we perceive. But in the reality, emptiness because of interdependence. This is very true. If you have a single atom particle, like a single rice, you bring that single rice, you can physically make small piece. One rice, you can make many pieces in physically. But through your mentally, through your mind, by your wisdom mind, you can separate each and every part of directions. There are 10 directions. If you separate, finally you can establish emptiness. So in Tibetan called Tong Ni. Tong means empty. Ni means essence, nature. So in reality, there is no single thing dependent, how to say, interdependent, no, interdependent, independently exist. We cannot bring it. In this world, whatever we see, these have related to different locations, different directions, different parts. So, but our mind is deluded. So it think, oh, this is one. So I have the piece of paper. I think this is only one paper. This is a very grossly thinking. But more established in each and every part, this is emptiness. So if we can establish emptiness, this object, that means this object not truly exist as what we see. So that's why we say truly everything are not truly exist. It's clear? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It's a difficult question to answer. Okay, Khenpo, when a thing appears in my mind, it co-emerges with my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But what appears in my mind is the general meaning of the thing and not the thing itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental image. So the thing itself that I'm visualizing or that I'm seeing is actually outside of my mind. Mm-hmm. So what exactly does what does co-emergent mean? I guess what does my mind co-emerge with?
So, as a moment ago I mentioned, all the appearances things are made by our mind. Because in the dream we created many things by dream. So when we wake up, there's nothing exists, any single object. Similarly, right now, due to our deluded perception, we created this. We created different colors. We label different names, and then after it effects in our mind. Oh, this is good. We would like to adopt it. Or this is not good. We try to reject it. And then through this way, what we need is happiness. What we no need is suffering, but it's become opposite. Because fundamentally we misunderstand. How we misunderstand is the things not truly exist outside, but we label or we thought this is real. So for example, if there is a pillar, or then we think this is real. Or if there is a piece of glass, for example, then we think this piece of glass is real, and then if we hold this, it may harms our hand. It's same like the mountains. The mountains are truly exist. We think these mountains are truly exist, and then sometimes accidentally, like an earthquake or something, is harms to us. But Milarepa understood this emptiness. That's why he can go from this direction and then can cross the other directions. He don't want to go round of mountains. So that's where in the reality, all the appearances things are not truly exist as what we see. So in the Milarepa often said that we don't want to establish emptiness, these outer objects. We are going to establish our inner object, which is our mind. We understand the the nature of our mind, and then wherever we focus, they are all no different than our mind. So, but then co-emergent. Co-emergence means since we have thoughts, at the same time, these things appear. For example, if we turn on the light and then light appears, it's same. We turn on this television and then your faces appear. And then my eyes see this. When my eyes are open, and then I can see your face there. And after, then what we will do is what we are doing. We have do is what we do is we identify. We identify. We have fixation. Sometimes we are happy with them and we fixate on this. This fixation hold us, bind us at the pillar of samsara. That's where we cannot liberate. So in the reality, these appearances, outer appearances are the kind of how to say miracle of mind. These appearances are miracles of our mind. So we are going to understand the natural mind, and then we will understand all these things. As this, Mahasiddha Saraha, he saw the reflections are in his Kapala. Then he liberated. Okay.
Thank you, Khenpo. Khenpo, what is suchness obscuration, or the obscuration of suchness?
This is actually grasping or the ignorance. Imprinting of grasping is ignorance, right? So ignorance has, I already mentioned, ignorance has different layers. Grossly ignorance, middling, and subtle. So suchness means, for example, you are in the ultimate view, you meditate on the ultimate view, and all the phenomena are emptiness. Mahamudara or Dzogpa. And then, but still you have fixation. Oh, this is Mahamudara. This is Dzogpa. This is emptiness. You have identification. So that's where that is a very subtle obscuration. This obscuration, the only highest practitioners can purify. Otherwise, the lower and middling practitioners cannot purify this obscuration, because this obscuration will not disturb our meditation. So this obscuration who purifies is highest meditations, because they notice it. For example, if my single hair come to my eye, then immediately I notice it. I try to remove it. But my single hair come in my hand. Since beginning of our class, it's nothing make any problems. So same like that. Right now we have gross obscurations. So that makes lots of sufferings. That makes lots of problems. So we are going to purify them. So only suchness obscurations obscuration obscures only suchness, so ultimate truth. So we are going to purify that. When we are almost become Buddha, after 1 second we are ready to become Buddha. At that time we will we have to purify this obscuration. But right now we are purifying this. The one thing is quite important. When we suddenly realize the Buddha nature, at that time this subtle suchness obscuration also we can purify, but still we remain behind their imprinting of that obscuration. So that's where it comes back. So that's where we are become like water in the winter. So when we are meditate, we are practice, we are become like in summer water. So in summer water has no ice, but in the winter comes and then become again it becomes ice water. So that's where we have to purify the inherently we purify these obscurations, and to become Dharmakaya means actually we have to realize these all the essence of all the phenomena. But to understand the essence of all the phenomena means we have to understand the essence of our mind. When we realize the essence of our mind, and then we will understand the essence of all the phenomena. That's where it often said that don't establish entities, outer phenomena, but establish the inner object, which is our mind. And also it says, don't search Buddha outside, but search Buddha inside. That means if you realize that your nature of mind is Buddha, then whatever the appearance is, they are Yadam deities. Because in the core emergent Mahamudra, it says, or the your mind, mind, the core emergent mind and essence of mind are Dharmakaya, and co-emergence of these co-emergence of these appearances and a mind, they are the Dharmakaya's light. So like that. Okay. And thank you so much. So wonderful questions, and for sure some answers unclear. So I will confess. I really confess it. And but we have an opportunity to make clear. We have many opportunity to make clear. Many opportunities to make clear it. Thank you. Yes,
I think that's a great place to stop our question and answer today. So thank you very much, Khenpo.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd like to thank Khenpo Tenzin for leading us through this question and answer series on the Serkhangma prayer. And today is the last class for the Q&A for the Serkhangma prayer. Garchen Rinpoche finished his teaching on the prayer last Sunday. So we thank you so much, Khenpo, for all of your wisdom and compassion that you have imparted to us through answering these questions very clearly and with great diligence. And so I'd like to make this offering to you on behalf of all of the students and the center, and then also to let people know that Garchen Rinpoche has requested that Khenpo Tenzin give an extensive commentary on the Serkhangma prayer. And Garchen Rinpoche taught on the essence of the prayer, and he's asked Khenpo to teach extensively on the whole commentary meaning. So that will begin. That new series will begin on October 5th, and an email will be sent out shortly. And also to let people know that Khenpo is starting his new Mandala Nundro series on October 2nd. So thank you everyone for attending, and we hope to see you online for the future events.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, and we will dedicate this bodhicitta part. Please erase bodhicitta in your mind, and we dedicate all the virtues of 3 times Buddhas, what they cultivated virtues, and all Dhamma brothers, sisters, what they cultivated virtues in 3 times. We dedicate it for Mother Sentient beings, and may all Mother Sentient beings instantaneously become
that will be all. You did
Dhammakaya.
perfect. Thank you so much. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. I'm lost.
Chanchu sen joy mo che ma je ba nan ji jor je ba nyam ba me ba yang go ne gon de be war jo.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you. Have a wonderful good evening. Thank you.
Say hello.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's a good girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.